Hey YouTube, this is Barney with Dry Creek Homestead. So today I'm coming to you from the pickup because it's hot outside. It's Texas and I don't know, feels like today we actually had a cold front, so I don't know if it feels like really got much over 100 today, but we've been breaking some heat records. Anyway, I'm sitting in the grocery store parking lot waiting on my wife to come out, so I thought I'd film a quick video and tell you a little bit about what's going on or what we've been doing. We actually went on vacation. Actually went to Yellowstone National Park. We left Texas. It was 108 degrees, and we got up there, and it was 41. It was really nice. Didn't want to come back, so we were really blessed to be able to do that, and it was a fun camping trip for us and the family. So we had a pretty good time, and that's why I hadn't been posting, because we hadn't been doing too much because we've been gone. But we're back home now, and actually kind of contemplating a decision on whether or not to buy a greenhouse. We've been using a cold frame that we built with some hog panels to start our plants in, but now we're kind of contemplating a greenhouse. It would make life a little easier. If you have a greenhouse and you think it's worth it, please post it in the comments below. We'd like to hear your opinion. Or if you have a greenhouse and you don't think it's worth it, we'd like to hear that too. So we don't have any experience with the greenhouse. Like I said, we just had that little cold frame thing that we built with some hog panels and some painter's plastic, but it's not the best. And and we have issues with it because it's not heated. So we do have some issues with that, especially because when we start growing tomatoes in January, it'll still dip below freezing, obviously. And then so that's something we're thinking about. Like I said, if you've got experience with one, I'd like to hear about it. But anyway, so that's one of the things that's going on now that we're thinking about. Kind of a little bit of a crop update. The field corn that we were growing for feed for the pigs, because it got so hot and dry, it did fail. It's pretty wilted up. It's going to make some ears, but it's basically a crop failure. I'm contemplating replanting it, even though today is the 22nd of July. I think it's a Saturday. So whatever day it is, I think it's the 22nd of July. But anyway, so that's really late. But in Texas, we have a long growing season. So next month anyway, we were going to plant some fall potatoes and fall English peas and other things like that anyway. So I don't know if we've got the seed, so I'm probably not going to lose anything. I will have to water it to get it up out of the ground, probably, because we're not getting rain right now. We did get some storms come through. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We lost power for a week, and so that was interesting. So because it was really bad. It was not a tornado, it was straight line winds, but it snapped power poles and just did a bunch of damage. And it was about a week. My in-laws didn't have power for about a week. It was something, So we lost power on Thursday night about midnight, and then about Sunday at 1:07 in the afternoon, just right afternoon, the cell service died. Now, it wasn't terrible because we could actually go to town about 3 miles away and they still had cell service, but the service that we get out there at the house, it did not work. After about 1 o'clock, I guess whatever backup they had for that tower that services us, it died. So because we didn't have any power out there. So it did last. So we lost power Thursday at midnight. Sunday around noon is when we lost the cell service out there. Now they did get it back up a few hours later, so it wasn't days on end. What surprised me though is we never lost water. I'm guessing whatever backup generators they had for for the water. Of course, it's county water, it's not city water. So whatever backup generators, they were able to keep them running because they didn't have power either. So, you know, so that was nice. At least we didn't lose water. So, because that would have been worse, losing power and water. That would have really sucked. But yeah, so I mean, it wasn't terrible. We had generator running, so we had a little window unit air conditioner, and we were all right. Some of the Facebook posts after, when people started getting electricity back, were pretty funny. I mean, there were people crying. They were so happy. And we weren't with it. I mean, it was, so it went off Thursday. One house, I think they started getting back on Wednesday, because they had to replace poles. It snapped poles in half, you know, power poles, and a lot of them. It was really something to see. There were 2 counties that were declared disaster areas, and this was not a tornado. It was just straight line winds. So it was a little crazy, but yeah. So if you're that hard up where you know, 5 days without power is going to make you cry when it comes back on. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was even happy when the power came back on. It was nice, because then you had the central air again, instead, you know, because it is Texas and it's hot. But you know, we're a little soft if we're that extremely happy. So, but anyway, so yeah, prepare, because you never know. It may not be a big countrywide or worldwide type deal, but you know, storms can do it. And like I said, that was one heck of a storm. So anyway, well, thank you for watching. We'll if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next one. Bye.